Now, as the return of the Premier League comes into sight, Arsenal are assessing Gabriel's injury ahead of the North London derby against Tottenham Hotspur this Sunday. They're also keeping an eye on Riccardo Calafiori's fitness. Gabriel has started every Premier League game for Arsenal this season and scored a vital late winner against Newcastle. He was forced off during Brazil's 2-0 win over Senegal with a suspected thigh injury, and Tim Sherwood feels that he would be a massive loss for Arsenal ahead of the derby.
I would say their best player, most instrumental player this season, leadership quality. Going into a North London derby at this weekend, there is no bigger game. Arsenal flying high at the top of the league. You need your players. Him and Saliba, for me, the best centre-half partnership in the league at the moment, and look like they were going to go on to win the title with a solid base. What they have, yes, they've conceded 2 goals against Sunderland. It's a very emotional game of the weekend. Tottenham are going there to derail their season. Don't worry about that. They're going to try their best to be able to do that. So it's a huge blow for Arsenal and for Mikel Arteta.
Arsenal are also assessing the injury status of Riccardo Calafiori after he was released from international duty with Italy. However, Italian head coach Gennaro Gattuso said that this withdrawal was just precautionary. But Arsenal fans feel they have the squad depth to deal with these potential issues.
We have the squad now, hopefully. I know this. I said this position will hurt us, but there's things we can do. You can put Calafiori left centre back. I know he had his injury worries this international break as well, but apparently he's 100% ready. So you could put him centre back, play Mars Lewis-Skelly. You could play Hincapié left centre back. If you wanted to rejig it even more, maybe Mosquera comes in. You can move Saliba. We do have options, which I think is the difference now.
I think if he's missing, there's not really players that can come in and fill that void. And maybe him and Saka, because I still think with Madueke injured, no one can come and kind of repeat what Saka's doing. But you look at it now, Odegaard's out, Eze comes in and does a brilliant job. I think if Gabriel is out, what player's going to come in? Mosquera's done well, but he's a right-sided one. He can move over to the left, or Saliba can. They can play Calafiori there, but they don't have the presence like Gabriel has. So I think he is probably their most important player at the moment. Yeah, they've missed key players. You look at that, Jesus, Havertz, Madueke's been good, Odegaard, Norgard, even Saka's missed a couple of games, and Arsenal have still managed to win football matches. So when these players come back firing fit, Saka is back and Norgard's fit, but the other 4, when they come back, the squad's even better. So they do have good squad in depth. That is why you have to credit the hierarchy in the summer. They backed Mikel Arteta, and now there's pressure on Arteta to deliver.
The North London derby is live on Sky Sports Premier League this Sunday. Coverage gets underway at 4 o'clock. Now, with the transfer window approaching, we've learned that Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo has a release clause that stands at £60 million with £5 million in add-ons. It becomes active in January, but only to a certain date during the window. It drops in the summer of 2026. Now, we reported last week that Man City, Liverpool and Spurs were watching the 25-year-old as teams look to add to their squad in the winter window. Semenyo signed a new 5-year deal in the summer, but would not have committed without a release clause. Bristol City are due 20% of any profit made on Semenyo. He joined Bournemouth in January 2023 for around £10 million.
Right, so who has had a bigger impact then this season? Gabriel, you know what's going. Gabriel leading a defence that's conceded just 5, or Haaland's 14 Premier League goals already? Yeah,
see, that's a tough question, but being an ex-centre forward, I'm always going to say Haaland. Because
after everything you've just said about Gabriel.
Gabriel's been outstanding, and I think Dave's right. If Arsenal go and win the Premier League, I think he might get the PFA Player of the Year. But this man, the numbers that he's going to do, Dave just said at the end of the season, if he keeps going, Bella, he could have 62 goals. That's not normal behaviour from anybody. I don't care what anyone says. He's unbelievable. And what I like about him as well is off the pitch as well. Like my son was saying, you should see him on his social medias. That he's so funny. So it's his favourite player now, Haaland. He just loves him. He says he's engaging with the fans and he's brilliant. And he's also a fantastic striker. So yeah, for me, I'd probably just go Haaland. But Gabriel is close. I think Gabriel's been fantastic. If you're saying it's for position, then Gabriel's been the best centre half. Haaland's been the best centre forward. It's a hard one to call.
Not a question, is it?
Yeah, but I've gone for Haaland.
Okay, fine.
Sorry, I apologise.
All right, thank you. Now listen, just on Haaland, okay, look, can he sustain this title challenge all mounted on his own back?
I think other players will step up. I do think they need goals from other areas. I feel Phil Foden's in good position. I think Cherki can be good once he gets up to speed. Mamouche is coming back. Doku against Liverpool I thought was outstanding, scored a fantastic goal. So if you can get goals from other areas of the pitch and keep him fit. But he doesn't mind the pressure. By looking at Haaland, he doesn't mind the pressure. He will carry Man City. But it's not him single-handedly carrying Man City. They do have players behind him, but he is the goal threat. He is like, you're thinking if they pick up an injury to Haaland, I'm not saying their title hopes are completely done, but yeah, they'd struggle massively. But yeah, they have got other players. And at the moment, they're winning football matches without the Ballon d'Or winner in Rodri, who will come back and be fit. And he's another fantastic. But Gonzalez has gone in there and done well. But this guy, Haaland, no words can describe what he is. I don't think we'll see anyone like that for a long time. The way he scores goals, he's just born to score goals. Any youngster, just go and watch him. He's fantastic.
Not normal. I think that's the best way.
He's not normal.
Yeah, it's true.
He's not normal.
Say their best player, most instrumental player this season, leadership quality. Going into a North London derby at this weekend, there is no bigger game. Arsenal flying high at the top of the league. You need your players. Him and Saliba, for me, the best centre-half partnership in the league at the moment, and look like they were going to go on to win the title with a solid base. What they have, yes, they've conceded 2 goals against Sunderland. It's a very emotional game at the weekend. Tottenham are going there to derail their season. Don't worry about that. They're going to try their best to be able to do that. So it's a huge blow for Arsenal and for Mikel Arteta.
I mean, defensively they've been incredible, but Calafiori and Gabriel have been so important to those reasons. So whether they will be fit, I mean, Gabriel coming off for Brazil looked like it was probably going to be a little bit worse, but who are we to speculate on what injuries are out there? So only time will tell. But yeah, I'll certainly be looking forward to this. And Tottenham conceding that last-minute goal against Manchester United, they would have certainly liked to have been going to the Emirates, having won that, but North London derby, it will be electric and everything goes out.
Yes, Gabriel, one of the best centre-backs in the game, and he's been part of a backline that's conceded just 5 goals in 11 Premier League matches. Arsenal will absolutely miss him at both ends of the pitch. Firstly, let's talk about in attack. No centre-back has scored more goals from headers since the start of the 23-24 season. His ability really at corners is unmatched across the division. He's even set up 7 big chances as well for his teammates. At the back, Arsenal have been high performers over the last 3 seasons. Gabriel contributing to 32 clean sheets, which makes him second on the list. The player ahead of him is Arsenal teammate William Saliba with 35. And Gabriel's consistency and concentration might also be underrated. He hasn't made an error leading to a goal since August 2023. Absolutely phenomenal. It means Mikel Arteta is faced with a rare selection decision at the back for the vital North London derby on Sunday afternoon. Arsenal have used the joint fewest centre-back partnerships for the last 3 years, with 7 in total. Saliba and Gabriel have started 69 times together in this time frame. No other partnership has started more matches together. Arsenal's defence could be without Gabriel, and maybe even Riccardo Calafiori too. This derby just got a whole lot spicier.
It certainly did. Clinton, how big a blow if Gabriel is missing? Well, not just for the Spurs game, but then Chelsea and also Bayern Munich.
Huge blow.